All right, people, here we go. The disastrous fuse replacement job. I've been a bit busy for a minute, and the wizard over here is having a go at the job, and pretty well, I don't know, let's call it halfway there. It looks like it. So like I said, get the battery out of the way, get the fuel filter out of the way, maybe the power steering, not really, but you know, me, I'd get the bloody, I like to have a lot of room to get around things and have a look, that sort of thing. The injector driver, some other relay boxes and stuff like that. And of course, off the top here, this one. And now it's time, you might wonder what's going on, but you're gonna need either a lot of people in the engine bay. This is where you need a lot of some sort of critters anyway, that can push buttons for you to release all these buttons to split the box, perhaps. Anyway, that's where we're at, and don't really know more than that. So we'll continue with it, and we'll let you know what the trick is. But the trick at the moment, what you need to seem to be able to do is press all the buttons at the same time to split the box open a little bit. Having fun now, getting in there, getting the box apart. People, fun and games. What a drama job. You just don't want to blow this fuse. Watch all the videos, subscribe, turn the bell on. This one's not blown, it's melted from the other problem, which is demonstrated in previous and upcoming videos. This fuse here, that's now not there, that's here. So this part separates this plastic from Toyota, just that plastic, because that's a bit melted. That's 150 bucks, that black plastic. And that'd be a whole heap more work to change again. So I've cut that plastic away there because it was a bit melted out. Hopefully that all comes out. We're about to find out. You need a heap of old credit cards. We've worked out Prados accept bank card, MasterCard, Diners, Amex, gift cards, all sorts of cards. You need to cut them up like that one down there, and you push it in the clips to hold all the clips open for you. We're letting out all the trade secrets here, because do you really want to do one again? I don't. Right, so you split the bottom part of the box first, then you got to get all this out of that box, and to be quite honest, it's hard to explain, except you just need to find all these clips like that one there, get your credit card into it, and once you split the bottom of that out, yeah, you can sort of see what goes on here. It's a real thing. It's bolted in there. You got the right tools there. And like I said, it was going to be difficult to video, you know, something that goes on for hours, because it's very fiddly. But you can see, let me get the light better with the light on. There it is there. Right, so that's your wire into the side of the fuse. As you can see, it doesn't pull out. It's not designed to be replaced. So don't short circuit anything and blow the fuse. And make sure you haven't got aftermarket dodgy wiring and other accessories through your firewall that's going to allow water in. Now, one other thing as well, his UHF stopped working. I think that's completely unrelated, but his UHF and his cigarette lighter stopped working. So once we get this sorted out, let's have a look at that for him as well. But we're getting there on this kind of it's a bit of a drama job, isn't it, you know? Yeah, don't drop that bolt. So you're going to get that little bolt out, and then it's time to see if that fuse slides out, isn't it? And that'll be an interesting part as well. So we've got all the bolts out. Need some pliers or something to give it a grip and see if that is quite melted. So the risk is that it's not going to come out, but with a bit of manipulation, I think it'll probably work out all right. We'll deal with it though. Let's see what happens, eh? Ooh, it's not looking good at the moment. What a disaster. So this is probably worse than blowing the fuse, because it's a bit damaged, it's a bit stuck. Right, so we're just, you know, doing our best. It's going to get destroyed, it's going to get scraped and cleaned out one way or the other. What can you do? There's not much we can do here, people. Fun and games. Watch out for that water coming in. If you missed that other video, mate, you could be in this world of hurt one day. Subscribe, turn the bell on. So we're a little bit broken there as well. Did we get that? Is that? Oh, yeah, that won't matter though. But yeah, it's a bit cracked. Try and be a bit careful. Okay. We don't want to wreck this melted fuse box. Yeah, I know. You got to do what you got to do. Fun and games, bits and pieces. Hopefully we can get it out. Otherwise, it could be a order this plastic in, and then we're going to swap all that over as well. Meanwhile, 3 hours later. Meanwhile, back at the cattle station. How now, brown cow? Hey everybody, have a look at this, right? So this thing was absolutely melted in there. So in a perfect world, you would also order this plastic case. So if you've melted your fuse, my advice is probably, if it's not blown, probably just leave it for now because it's a lot of work. And if you're going to do it, then you might as well do this as well. It's going to be even more work. And if it's not blown, whatever. But so this was at the customer's discretion. He said, yeah, let's replace it. Wasn't going to come out, so I had to lever, sort of break the sides of the plastic out. But that won't make any difference, to be quite honest. You know what, we could just cut it right off and then it's not there to melt again next time. No, it's all good. There won't be a next time. So the fuse came out. What do you got left of that fuse? Just, yeah, okay, so bada bing, look at that, right? And this is what it probably used to look like, something like that. So the white ones are 120. This is the other bit of information for you. So the white ones are 120 watt. This, what's this, maroon, is a 140. The VIN number says it needs a 140, but obviously it had a 120. Now, the good news is it good news? Is it going to fit? Oh, it's slightly different actually. Oh no, it's because it's melted. Let me see. I've got to do a comparison over to the bench. Let's do the bench comparison because it is slightly different at the bottom. You can see the legs are longer on the 120. Everything else looks to be about the same. I think it'll fit no problem. Obviously we haven't got much of this one left, but just pointing out that it is slightly different. The conundrum we've got is, I went by VIN number, I ordered this one, which is a 140 for whatever reason, but all the cars have got 120. So does that mean they've upgraded, they've superseded, and this is what they put in there now? I don't know, but 120 or 140, as far as fusing goes, it's not gonna make a difference. Looking at that, you could probably go lower. And for everybody that missed the other videos, just briefly, what's caused this, we believe, is water coming in via aftermarket wiring. What were those things called again, John? The wireless start module or something, is it? Or whatever that?
The junction box.
Junction box, officially, whatever you call it anyway. Just near above the driver's accelerator, up in that area. So what you're wiring around there, it's wet those connectors, shorted it out because there's constant 12 volt power there to another pin, which is activated, boom, relay, starter motor, cranking away. Obviously it's not going to start, and it just goes for so long, it gets so hot, and this is what's happened. So just a situation to be avoided. We haven't come across it before. Hopefully you never see a video from me on this again. So I'm trying to include everything I can. So stick around, there could be something else, and catch you in the next video. And don't forget to press watch on those previous ones in case you missed those, because there could be some info there. Oh yeah, it's back in, it's all fixed. All right, that's it, put it back together. Beautiful. Maybe. So we got rid of the plastic, as I said, in the end, because it's just flopping around there anyway. Does it reach? Yep, beautiful. There's the hole. So it fits, no problem. So parts according to the VIN number could be the go. We'll let you know. All right, so people, don't forget this wire down here that comes through into there onto the fuse as well. Otherwise, it won't be happening once you get it back together. And is this one of those things you probably got to be careful not to over tighten as well? Somebody said bad connection in one of the other videos. It was never going to be a bad connection. This got put together by Toyota in Japan. It's not a Kia, it's not a Hyundai or a Ford or something like that. It's a bloody Toyota, right? Nice and tight, so it's not coming loose. How tight was it when you took it out, just for the thing? Was it really tight or not too bad?
I could undone with this.
That's all right. Well, that'll do then. Take it easy, mate. Yeah. Beautiful. Right, and then you got the other side, yeah? Right, around here somewhere. Was there a wire hanging off there as well, or was that just bolted in? You hope so. Better find it. Then you got your main other big fat wire that has to come into the other side in case you pull it apart and you know can't figure out which way it goes back together. Pretty straightforward. That bolt goes in there and do that up, nice and firm. Always be careful with fuses. I suppose not quite as much as the MIDI fuses, but you know, cranking them tight sometimes should be right because you've got the cable over the top of it, so it's not going to twist the fuse. But if the fuse blade, the leg of it can twist, then you can damage the fuse as well. So just be always careful with that, people. Beautiful. Look at that. That's how easy it is to change the fuse, right? $3,000 later. I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but you know, let's get to the end of the job first before we work out what a fair pricing is. This one's a bit more than normal because it was a fair bit of time getting that old melted fuse out. But Yeah, you get that. Oh, unbelievable. So now it's just easy, just clip it back in. Piece of cake. Oh, see, I've been busy again. Blink and you miss it. Good work, mate. Look, that's looking better again. So looks like it's put some zip ties on the wiring loom where they go into the box at each end. Have you already done that? Yeah, already done. Beautiful. And re-secure the box down, put all these other bits and pieces back where it was. That looks better, except, you know, obviously we had to remove that stuff. Looks a bit untidy there, doesn't it? But you get that. When it's melted in there, that's what you end up with, but it'll be perfectly fine. Happy days. All right, anyway, there it is all back together. It's looking pretty good compared to before with a nice new fuse in there. Hey, hopefully it starts. Ah, beautiful. Anyway, that's all we've got for you on this one. So bada bing, bada boom, subscribe, turn the bell on, and hit the like button if you learned something. Hopefully you can avoid this problem. Like we said, if you missed it in the last video, those wires, those extra aftermarket wires going down through that grommet down there are going to be where the water's gone and followed. You know, whenever there's any water anywhere around up here, whatever, including an engine wash, bada bing, bada boom. And over time, it just builds up and eventually the thing's cranking itself. Catch you on the next video, people. See ya.